Hi, my name is Kavon James, and today I'm going to be talking about how COVID is basically the villain of the sports world. Just being able to actually be a student athlete of University of Lynchburg, you actually see how COVID really changed the way we see sports. And today I'm going to really be showing y'all how COVID is really a big change in today's world, especially in the sports world. So, probably wondering, why am I talking about COVID with sports? Basically, just want to talk about what kind of precautions you have to take, what kind of um, choices you have to make, and what chances you're going to have to take to be able to get back to how it used to be. And I'm also going to be talking about a lot of professional sports, how they handle the COVID situation. Going to talk about how collegiate sports handle the situation, and also other sports teams. And basically, I'm just trying to persuade how or why we should take this seriously and be able to fight for what we love to watch and what we love to do. So first thing, how is COVID affecting sports? So being a student athlete at the University of Lynchburg, you see a lot of change that has happened throughout uh, the past months that we've been going through COVID. You start seeing a lot of changes with sanitary stuff. You have to wear masks. You can't be around a lot of people, and you really have to worry about family. That's the big thing about this pandemic is the families. So with it affecting sports, you start thinking about professionals, like being involved with people all over the country with the one league that you're associated with, and that COVID causes exposure and leads to being spread to one another, and that's why I talk about like families and friends and a lot of loved ones. It's also affecting sports by ticketing prices and sales are dropping for teams and arenas that are connected with the program. Seasons being canceled, and also a big thing, the players are not getting paid because of this. Has COVID affected some professional players? So here's the big story of what how this really started. So basically, Utah Jazz player Rudy Gobert was the first person to catch the coronavirus in the NBA, and um, he was basically the guy that was a jokester. So I got a video to show you after this slide, so we can hang tight there. So basically, in June 24th, the 29th, so about 5 or so months after COVID being introduced into the sports world, there was about 25 out of 351 professional NBA players that caught the virus. And at least 15 of the players were around the Rudy Gobert guy that was basically classified as the patient zero of the NBA. With COVID being introduced, that also led to the idea for the NBA to introduce the NBA bubble, which is a sanction where it is a safe environment for players to be around each other and to also be treated by the best medical staff in the country. This also helped out with other leagues like the MLB, NHL, and NFL. But there was just one little problem with that. The number of fans had to drop. There can only be, at first, there was literally no fans being allowed as times starts getting, as weeks go by, there's limited numbers of fans that are allowed to be at these events. So this next slide, I'm going to be showing you the video of what really struck the NBA and what really caused this pandemic to get in the way of a lot of professional leagues. So as you see, he's walking in for his post-conference interview, and they're joking with him, thinking he has COVID, and he says he doesn't. And as you see right here, he touches all over the mics, and just that video right there, you see that he really he's really labeled as the patient zero. The other sports leagues, like I mentioned, the MLB, NFL, they took a big toll in this. The MLB actually had one game where the Miami Marlins and New York Yankees, where they played a game with no fans during the pandemic, but after the game was over, there was at least 22 positive COVID tests from that one single game. And that just opened the eyes of other leagues, which made the NFL go to a standstill of having no fans, and also giving more COVID tests for like every day of practice, every day after games, every day after literally any little thing. And just seeing that really made the NBA